Oh, hi. It's funny you just happen to show up here when I'm reading a book in my computer chair by the light of my Christmas tree. It's really crazy. Since I have you here, let's talk about what we got for Christmas because Christmas just went by and I celebrate Christmas. Um, and I got some pretty awesome presents this year and I'm going to share them with you. Uh, First thing I actually got that kind of leads into my disc version of my presents is I got a Blu-ray player from my wife who we kind of went halvesies on. And it kind of worked out good because we went halvesies on it, and then I ended up being able to get more gifts in the form of Blu-ray discs. So that's pretty awesome. So I got the Blu-ray player, and that was really cool. And then my wife got me pretty much a lot of awesome things on Blu-ray, and then she did give me one DVD, which I'll show you first. First one is this one's not even open yet. This is a Ghost Dog on DVD. If you've never seen Ghost Dog, hopefully you can capture this. I know sometimes you get a lot of reflection, but hopefully you can see it. Anyways, it's Ghost Dog, and if you haven't seen Ghost Dog, it's awesome. One of the most surprising films I've seen on DVD. When I first watched it, I didn't really expect it to be quite as good as it was, and I loved it. Henry Silver doing like moose noises and stuff is probably one of the funniest things you could ever see in your entire life. The next stack of movies I got is all going to be Blu-ray, so I'll just kind of go through them quick. First one I have here is Coraline. It's the animated film from a few years back. If you haven't seen it, I think it's quite fantastic. Kind of a simple story, but that's okay. It's a fairy tale of sorts, and it's a very dark one, and it is incredible to look at, especially on Blu-ray. I saw this movie in the theaters in 3D. I remember seeing it in 3D and thinking like, it probably didn't need to be in 3D because it just looked really good anyways, and I think it probably took away from how beautiful this movie is by itself because you don't get to focus on everything else around. Instead, you're just looking for the kind of ridiculous 3D moments or the certain things that are right in front of you. But it's a really great dark fairy tale and absolutely stunning. Next one I have is the Coen Brothers' No Country for Old Men. And it's a film I hadn't seen since, I think I might have seen it in the theaters, I don't remember, but I haven't seen it in quite some time and I've been really wanting to rewatch it, and we got this on Blu-ray and rewatched it the other day and it holds up quite well. In fact, it's a pretty fantastic movie. Javier Bardem is just, that guy is a machine. He's become one of my favorite actors after seeing him in Beautiful from this year. Anyways, the next one I have is Moon, which was on my list for my favorite movies of last year. And I don't own it on DVD, so this is a really nice treat to have on Blu-ray. I can imagine it's going to look incredible on Blu-ray. The next one I have is The Dark Knight, which is it's The Dark Knight. It's fantastic, and I'm very excited to be able to watch it on Blu-ray. This was actually the first movie we had opened up. We opened it up as soon as the Blu-ray player came in. We set it up and we wanted to see what it looked like. I have a few Blu-rays, but they're mostly like, none of them are newer. They're kind of just older films that have been released, or they're low-budget films. And we wanted to see how good it would look, so my wife let me open this one up pretty early. We popped it in and watched a few scenes, and we were pretty floored by how it looked. The next one I got was actually a film I had been searching for on DVD for a while. I was going to eventually buy it online, but I was just trying to find it in places for cheap, and I had kind of horrible luck doing so. And it is Catherine Bigelow's Point Break. See, I'm a huge fan of Point Break myself. My wife is a big fan of the Sways, and she had never seen it, and it was like, well, I should own Point Break, and you should see it, and just wasn't having any luck finding it, and as it turns out, she found it for a good price and got it for me for Christmas, and it actually looks really good, and it holds up really well. That foot chase scene is probably one of the best chase scenes you'll ever see. Next one I have is Watchmen, the director's cut, and I'm a big fan of Watchmen. I loved Watchmen quite a bit. It has its flaws, but I think it's overall just a really great movie, and it has a better ending than I think the graphic novels did. The next one I have is however many times this movie's been dipped upon, but it's The Evil Dead 2, the 25th anniversary edition, and this looks really good. It's for an older movie, it looks really nice, and this is definitely the best I've ever seen it on home video. It looks really awesome, and it's incredible how good Bruce looks, and I think it's almost like they focused more on him than anything else, because like his face, the blood on his head, everything, his hair, the wetness of it. It's kind of gross sounding, but it looks really good. The last one I got for Blu-rays from the old wife is Prophet. If you have not seen it, it's also known as Un Prophet. It's a French film, I think. It must be because it's called A Prophet. Un Prophet. I think it's from last year or the year before. It's a fantastic, very low-key crime film, kind of like a Scarface if it wasn't so belligerent. Um, uh, it might be kind of early in the decade, but A Prophet will be on my top favorite films of the decade for sure, just without a doubt. And I cannot wait to rewatch this because I watched it on Netflix and it looked amazing. I can imagine how it's going to look on disc, and I'm very excited to look at to actually watch it again. It's pretty long too, and it flies by super quick. That's all I have for the gifts from my wife. She hooked it up fat. I do have a couple other things I want to share with you. The Gentleman's Guide to Midnight Cinema every year does a Kringle for the listeners and friends and fans and all that stuff. And I posted on it the past few years. I've got some really awesome presents from people, and I've done posts. I thought I'd throw them into this one. This year I actually got gifts from the great Carl Bresden, who is from the Fist of B-List. And he sent me a Japanese copy of Big Bullet on DVD. Very exciting. And the one I'm most excited for is this copy of Sakura Killers. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Sakura Killers. And I had never heard of this film before, but if you watch the trailer for it, actually I'll probably put it underneath this video on the blog. I'll put it up there because you've got to watch it because it's so batshit crazy looking. It looks awesome. Has a nice low IMDb score, and that just calls my name. And I do have two more things I wanted to share. These aren't necessarily gifts, but they were prizes that I won from Aaron from Death Rattled. He put out a little contest some time back with OMG Entertainment, and Aaron was giving out a copy of the 4 film favorite Critters collection, which I won. Obviously, that's why I'm showing it too. And from OMG, as part of the contest, they did All the Boys Love Mandy Lane on DVD, and I actually reviewed this year. If you remember, you probably don't, but whatever. And I really liked that too. I thought it was pretty solid little pseudo slasher film that really should be released in the States because I think it could do pretty well because it has a pretty hot cast, and I mean that literally and like figuratively. I think it would probably be a minor success in this country because of the cast, and it's good looking, and it's actually a pretty solid film. So that's all I really have. Hopefully you have all gotten some pretty awesome Christmas presents. If you don't celebrate Christmas, if you celebrate something else, hopefully you got cool presents then. If not, hopefully you got something cool. And if not, that sucks, but whatever. Well, hopefully everyone has a great new year, and I'm sure I'll be seeing you around there somewhere in the future. Bye-bye.